Good morning. My name is Christina Irvine. I am a team lead and broker here with the Irvine Group at John Green Realtor, and I'm super excited to spend a few minutes chatting with you today. Today I want to talk about a little bit of what it looks like to go from renting to purchasing a home. Now, obviously, as a realtor, I see complete value in home ownership, and my dream is to help you live your dream of owning a home, right? But it doesn't mean that I think it's for everybody. And so there are scenarios where it might not make sense. And in those cases, we can evaluate that in a free home buyer's consultation for you, where you can make the decision and I can give you the information that you need to help you do that. But what I will say is there are blanket statements such as, I'm not going to be here for more than a year and a half or 2 years. Then, okay, so maybe that doesn't make sense. But at 2 years, it certainly starts to become profitable no matter how long you're going to be where you're at. And so I want to make sure to help you understand kind of what that looks like in making that decision. So the first thing I wanted to talk about in regard to home ownership is going to be the financial benefits. I am not an accountant. You need to talk to your accountant, but there certainly are tax benefits to owning a home. So that would be the first thing. The other thing is I did pull up an amortization schedule just to look at how much equity you would build in a certain period of time owning a home. Now you can look this up online yourself just to kind of see the information, but the average home purchase price is about $250,000. You can totally change that number based on where you think you would be purchasing to kind of figure out about what that looks like for you, but not including your down payment. That would be added to this number. It's about after 10 years of just making your mortgage payment, not paying anything additional, you would have about $50,000 in equity in a home. So basically, if you spent the next 10 years of your life renting, you're literally giving away $50,000. You have to understand that rentals are a business. I know this. I'm planning on purchasing rental properties. And so it's like for it to make business sense, it has to cover the mortgage, it has to cover the taxes, it has to cover the maintenance, it has to cover insurance, it has to cover all of that. And I have to calculate for vacancies for it to then be a profitable business. And no landlord is going to be different than that. It has to make financial sense for them to continue to have rental properties. Otherwise, why would they, right? And so when you are the one who then pays your own mortgage instead of their mortgage, that's where you still start to build some financial stability and equity in your own home and wealth for your own family and your own future. A lot of people, a largest part of their retirement plan is simply just not having a mortgage anymore, meaning they've already paid off their home and they now only have the other ancillary costs of home ownership, and they've reduced their monthly expenses by a large amount, allowing them to live off of a larger amount of money. Certainly something to consider, certainly something I'm super excited to talk to you about for sure. The other thing I wanted to talk about is apples to apples affordability. I feel like sometimes you talk to somebody who wants to purchase a home, and again, owning a home is the American dream. And so we go from, we're currently living in a 2-bedroom apartment or a very small home, and then we're looking at a much larger home or, whatever the case may be. And then we're going, well, my current rent is, just for the sake of an easy number, like $1,000. And the mortgage payment on this house is going to be like $1,500. That's so much more than what I'm paying. Home ownership is expensive, is what that becomes to them. And we have to sit down and kind of sort through that and go, wait a minute, no. Homeownership is looking more expensive to you because you're looking at a different lifestyle than what you currently have. But if we went from you have a 2-bedroom apartment, let's look at a 2-bedroom condo so you can start building equity. And now we're looking apples to apples. The other version would be apples and batteries. So I don't recommend comparing in that form or fashion. Now, if you can afford to upgrade your lifestyle like that, I think it's great. I'm super excited to be a part of that with you. But what I want to make sure is that if you can't afford to upgrade your lifestyle, that doesn't prevent you from building equity and thinking about your family's future. So that is one of the things, like I said, I come across the most with first-time home buyers. The other thing, and this is more market related than anything else, and I'm sure everybody has these questions. Home prices are just too high right now because we had such a huge appreciation this year. It was, 20% across the nation, 13% in the state of Illinois. And everyone's worried about home prices coming down. I hear a lot of people say, I'm waiting for them to come down. I'm waiting for them to come down. Here's the thing. I don't have a crystal ball. If I did, I'd probably be on a beach somewhere rather than sitting here making this video. But nobody's anticipating them coming down. We're actually anticipating them moving forward. So Keeping Current Matters is a resource I use a lot for this. They actually predicted exactly what would happen for the COVID market, which is one of the reasons I believe so much in what they say. And they aren't the only ones, but there are charts and graphs everywhere that kind of portray exactly what we're expecting. So number one, we're expecting about a 7% increase in Illinois next year. Number two, we're expecting another 2 to 3% per year after that, which is a much more normal appreciation. So we are expecting a larger than normal appreciation again next year, and then more increases after that. We don't have anything in our sight right now expecting home values to come down. Now again, I'm not a fortune teller. All we can do is look at the data and tell you what we're expecting to come. But if we're waiting for home prices to come down, we might miss the opportunity to make the most affordable purchase now versus again in 3 to 5 years. The other thing I would say that is super, super important is people sometimes think because of the prices going up so much this year, or because of the financial changes in our economy because of COVID and all of those things, that we're gonna experience another 2008. Number one, 2008 was an anomaly. It was the first time it's happened. It may be the only time it ever happens. We're certainly not anticipating it happening again in our lifespan, But what I will say also is out of the last 5 recessions we had, only 2 of them affected real estate values negatively. The other 3 prices went up. One of them prices only went down like 1.5%, and the 5th one was 2008. So I would not bank on prices coming down as a reason to hold off, because we aren't really seeing that in our future right now. Any questions you have, any comments, any concerns, I'd love to sit down and chat with you, me or someone from the team. Feel free to reach out. You can inbox me, or you can reach me directly on the information in the link below, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.